Итак, всем привет, это Саня Игроман. Продолжаем играть в игру Алан Уэйк Remastered. Поехали.
Be my only chance of getting out of here.
Where the hell did he get a damn hammer? I don't know. Hammer's up. Here's a friendly poke from Mjolnir. Wenches. Oh, afraid of the crazy brothers, are ya? Not so weak now, are we? Well, things are unraveling fast, aren't they?
Так, наша задача выяснить причину шума. Сюда пока рановато идти. А, страница рукописи тут, оказывается, еще есть.
Hartman kept talking, giving Barry the grand tour, clearly proud of the place. He went on and on about his hunting trophies, and Barry was impressed. But he was here on business. He raised his voice, cut through the monologue. Hey, Hartman, where's Al? Hartman stopped in mid-sentence, annoyed at the interruption. He nodded at the hulking orderly standing nearby. The man smiled and clapped a practiced hand on Barry's shoulder.
Так, ну здесь мы ничего не увидим. Спускаемся вниз.
Sinclair looked bad. That wasn't a love tap. The crazy old fart hit her hard. If she was one of Hartman's goons, she had it coming. I could get the key to the office wing from Sinclair.
Так, здесь ключ от служебного крыла, окей.
The backstage is all yours, Tom. Seize your destiny.
Может, сперва здесь еще оглядеться?
Come out and face the music, Birch. It's time to pay the piper.
Тут тоже много чего может залежаться.
Office. He had taken all my manuscript pages. That's where he'd been keeping them.
Sinclair. Oh. Children of the Elder God, scorn to light upon the dawn.
Так, это явно не кабинет Хартмана. Это у нас непонятно что.
The photo on the wall caught my attention. In it, the clinic staff was standing outside the lodge. I knew the man next to Hartman. He was the kidnapper. Hartman had been playing me all along.
Seriously, do you have any idea how much trouble you're in?
Так, я слышу голос Барри. Еще одна рукопись.
Hartman wasn't happy. Maud could see it in his eyes. He quickly lowered his own. He had made a mess of it, and he knew it. The shame of failure was hard to bear. He hadn't expected Wake to say he needed more time, and he blurted out 2 days, less than Wake had asked for, to show him who was in charge. But that wasn't part of Hartman's plan. The markings on the tape said they were recordings Hartman had made at the sessions with his patients. I saw Alice's name on one of them. For a moment, I couldn't breathe right.
Ну-ка, ну-ка, ну-ка. Давайте послушаем.
Now, Mrs. Wake, can you tell me about Alan's problems?
He's more and more out of control all the time. The parties, he's so angry all the time. He's getting violent.
Do you mean with you?
No, not with me. No, never. Sometimes I almost wish Alan would take a swing at me, because at least that'd lead to a conversation he couldn't just march out of. But no. Alan doesn't really sleep. And the work, well, he's not writing at all. He sits there for hours and just gets more and more frustrated. And I can't talk to him.
Yes. Tell me, Mrs. Wake, what would you say to him if he'd listen?
I don't know. I want to say, I look at you, and it's not you. Just some stranger who resembles you. Looking out from behind your eyes, and I don't like that guy much. And now it's all gonna go to hell.
But you don't ever say this.
No. I've tried, but he's not listening. He's too deep in his own problems, always going on about something else. I'm so afraid I'm gonna lose him, and we're not even talking anymore. He doesn't let me in anymore. He just keeps me in the dark. I'm so alone here, even when he's home. Please help me, Doctor, because I'm at my wit's end.
Well, if you can just get him here, I'll absolutely do my very best.
Yeah, but Doctor, you need to be careful with him. He's not just going to listen to you and cooperate. He's the most stubborn man I've ever met.
Well, I'll be sure to bear that in mind.
Hearing her voice, what she was saying made me happy and sick and guilty all at once. Worst of all, I recognized the words. The phone call from her. It had been a cut-up of this. Just a recording.
Rudolph Lane's case is interesting. He was completely blocked, and frankly, I was about to discard him as useless. However, once Wake arrived and started writing, something changed in Rudolph. He's producing extraordinary work, increasingly dark pieces. Unfortunately, he doesn't respond to direction at all, and it's my belief that he's not so much a creator as an illustrator, perhaps, a recorder of sorts. I hadn't considered the existence of such a role before, let alone its implications, but the paintings he has produced are informative. At least he's easily controlled and useful. I wish I could say the same about Wake. It's frustrating that the best subjects are always so damn difficult to deal with.
Так, а еще что-нибудь есть?
I'm buying that. I was tailing Wheeler, and this is the only place he could have gone. That means Wake is probably there too.
Agent Nightingale, this is private property, and I will not allow you to disturb my patients.
Yeah? I can get a warrant. How would your fragile little patience like that?
Oh, I'm thoroughly intimidated by your mighty authority now, Agent.
Listen, you smug snob. How would you like it if I busted through this gate and knocked you around a little?
Agent Nightingale, first of all, I'm recording this conversation, so you might want to watch what you say. Secondly, you're not dealing with a hick now. I know the law, and if you can get a judge to grant a warrant, I'll be glad to cooperate. But you won't get one. Be advised that any further communications with me are to be made through my lawyer.
I don't believe this.
Good day, Agent.
Yeah.
Ну и все, записи кончились. Так, это картина Рудольфа.
time.
Barry, man, am I glad to see you. We need to get to Hartman's office.
It's right next door.
You okay?
Yeah. I mean, no! The cops found me at Rose's trailer, but they didn't hassle me too much. I'm obviously a victim in this, and I demanded to be treated as such. Or else I'd sue their asses. Speaking of asses, that Fed gave me a real hard time, but I had no clue where you were. That guy's crazy, Al. But he let me go, and then I get a call from Hartman, that son of a bitch, who tells me you're here, and I should come pick you up, but when I got here, 2 goons clobbered me and stuck me in there.
What's with the cutout?
I stole it from the diner to piss off Rose after what she did to us. That'll teach her.
Yeah, that's a harsh punishment. Come on, pal, we gotta get going.
Так, ну для начала заберем термос. Ну, Барри, ну отойди, а.
These were all the pages I had on me. And more.
Alan, please. You're sliding back into the...
Tell me one more lie and I'll shoot you in the face.
Ah, well, it was worth a shot. Really, Wake, come on. Let's work together on this. You have no idea...
Hartman, shut up! Barry, get out of here. I'll catch up with you. Get a car.
Oh, Al, let's just...
Go!
Wake, listen to me. This is a mistake. Don't you see? Together we can create something absolutely wonderful. With your ability and mine.
Так, еще одна рукопись.
Hartman followed the fall of Alan Wake with his binoculars. When the rider hit the water, he ordered Jack to take the boat to him. The spot was easy to see in the dark, even with all the extra lights in the boat. The flare floated and kept burning even in the water. Jack turned the radio louder as the engine sputtered. The music was rough and clanking, something the Anderson brothers would no doubt have enjoyed. But Hartman chose to ignore it. Wake was finally within his reach.
Так, нам нужен фонарик.
I needed light to get the possessed bookshelves out of my way.
Так, нам нужен свет. И как можно срочно. Ну что ж, выход есть. Включаем генератор. Так, это не годится. Так, бежим. Так, мы в засаде. Но ненадолго. У нас есть фаер. Так, куда дальше? Так, найди способ сбежать из клиники, да? Так. Так, ну если я правильно понимаю... И не сюда нам, да? Ну, выход найден. Очередная рукопись.
Hartman knew he was no creator. He had no ambitions on that front. And he certainly didn't want to end up like every artist he had worked with here, damaged in ways that were hard to describe, or worse. It was enough for Hartman to maintain creative control and provide direction, to be a producer. That was what most of these people were in need of anyway. Of course, suitable subjects were few and far in between.
Так, стоп, телевизор.
Most of us have felt its shadow on us. A shiver down your back. A glimpse from the corner of the eye. You can't find it on purpose. But take a wrong turn. Board the wrong bus. Wonder where you are when you wake up. And you will find yourself in the small town of Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Doomed Samaritan. Sometimes, even the simplest things prove impossible.
Так, а я не понял, это глюк такой или субтитры пропали? Субтитры включены. Странно, почему их не видно?
Consider, you get in a car and leave a life behind. Easy? Not tonight.
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place. You have no idea.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda. Relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
Oh, no, please! God, no! Linda! Linda!
Thanks for the ride, Mark. I'm so glad to be leaving this place.
What, Night Springs? Come on, Linda. Relax. It's not that bad. Hey, what's that up ahead?
Oh, God. There's someone in the road. I think there's been an accident. Are you all right?
Oh no, Linda! Oh no! It was me on the road! Wait! Tell him to watch out for the truck! Watch out for the truck!
My God, Mark?
And there you have it. A vicious cycle, brutally punctuated by the blast of an air horn and screaming metal. Many roads are dangerous, but none more so than the one that leads away from Night Springs. mirrors. But for some, magic is more than that. It's a way of working the secret machinery of reality itself. And more than one member of that Eldritch Brotherhood.
Еще одна серия, что ли?
Night Springs. Tonight's episode, What's in a Name? We find an old man standing on an old, rusting, derelict bridge, leaning his bony frame against the cold steel. And though he looks idle, he is hard at work. His young apprentice attends to him, as good apprentices do.
Yes, yes. Coming along nicely. Don't you think, boy?
Yes, Magus.
Sir, we've been getting some complaints. Are you defacing the bridge?
Oh. No, I wouldn't do that.
Sir, I can see the screwdriver in your hand and the scratches on the steel beams. You've been spotted doing this all over town.
Yes. I have been very busy, but I'm no vandal, officer.
Exactly what are you up to, sir?
He's writing his name on the town.
The youngster is correct. I'm writing my name, my whole name, the entire and complete description of my soul on the town. I'm almost done.
Yeah? Well, all I see is an old man tagging public property.
Oh, I should bow down to the wisdom of your years? Words have power, young man. Names and titles especially.
Uh-huh. And, what's your name supposed to be?
Tell him, boy. Tell him while I finish the carving.
Officer, it's...
Say my name, boy. Say it.
It's Night Springs, officer.
But isn't that... That's the name of the town, isn't it?
Yes, it is from now on.
Wait, where'd he go? Hey, where is he?
Oh, officer. You know where he is, and what he is, don't you? I think you should get in your car and drive away, and remember which town you're serving. Your will be done, Magus.
Ah, yes. There are too many little towns to count, all of them with some little magic of their own. But some towns have more personality than others, and none more so than Night Springs.
Вот и все, серии кончились. Становится страшно. Whoopsie. Thank you.
Al! I'm here!
Это хорошо, что ты здесь.
I found the car, but the gate's locked. You're gonna have to go through the hedge maze over there.
Barry, I don't have a light.
Take this, Al.
Спасибо.
Oh, God! Look at the house, Al! Look out!
Спокойно, Барри, все будет окей. Так, у нас есть Fire. Тоже хорошо. Так, рукописи нету здесь. Да и, по-моему, не предвидится. Но через лабиринт нам придется идти. Это будет страшно. Но мы это преодолеем все. Надо только знать, как идти. Вон там фонарик. К нему, по-моему, надо будет идти. Я думаю, так. Ага. Так, тайника здесь нету, да? Немножко обидно. Зато есть рукопись.
Stared at the Viking paraphernalia that littered the area surrounding an unlikely centerpiece. A full-size stage complete with an impressive sound system with all the trimmings, including a dragon. It took a special kind of crazy to build something like this in a remote field. When the sky split open with a deafening boom and the music started blasting, it felt strangely appropriate.
Ну что ж, время действовать. Так, скорее всего, сюда нам надо. Или сюда. Так, чьи голоса я слышал, а? Так, ну я чудом отсюда вырвался. Ха-ха. И меня спас фонарь. Но мне еще идти и идти. Или еще чуть-чуть под фонарем постоять? Так, патроны отлично. Есть. Так, ну это уже походу не лабиринт. Лабиринт кончился. А может и не кончился. Так, на всякий случай для смелости вернусь сюда. Постою чуть-чуть здесь. И пошел. А это Хартман. Бегом! Евсимумба! Так, термос. Так, ну что, вороны будут пугать или нет? Так, по-моему, уже не будут. Воронье, конечно, тут поспособствовало тому, чтобы я не добрался до точки. Так, подпитались энергией, восстановили здоровье. Ну вот здесь у нас сейчас будет, мне кажется, шоу. Я это хорошо помню. Так, у нас есть дробовичок. Так, очередная рукопись.
Mott knew that Wake was smarter than him. Wake had more money, a beautiful wife, everything. And Hartman said Wake was important. That made him better than Mott. But Mott was calling the shots now. He'd expected Wake to whimper and grovel, but instead, he seemed willing to fight. Mott knew he'd gotten under Wake's skin. If only Mott actually had his wife. The thought made him shiver.
Так, это значит, это был у нас мод, оказывается. Мод, чтобы вы знали, не мод, а мод. Это был не Хартман. Так, тут у нас все собрано. Так, ну чувствую, сейчас повылазят отовсюду. Вот, и нам тут придется побегать. Я правильно так понимаю? Так, перезарядили. Ракетница есть, ружье есть. Патронов мало на ружье у нас. Так, ну... Наверное, воспользуемся ракетницей. Скорее всего, будет такой момент, наверное, мне кажется. Вот страшно идти сюда, страшно. Ну что надо идти. Воу! Получайте. Так, по сусалам получили. Ну, у нас есть фаер. Так, ну это страшно. Это моторошно. Так, еще одна страница рукописи.
For the moment, Barry was just glad he had survived the fall. He had been separated from Al, and there was no easy way to climb back up. He told himself he'd be okay in the gloomy forest at night. He would just have to wait for a while for Al to find his way down. Barry turned when he heard the heavy footsteps and saw the movement. The man-shaped shadow lunged at him from the bushes, an axe held high. Barry screamed and threw up his hand. The world exploded.
Так, значит, у нас будет покушение на баре. Так, так. Так, к фонарю. Так, батарейки, патроны для револьвера у нас имеются. Ракетницу нам не дали. Оу! По сусалам получили. Так, защита. Ну, тут сейчас будет у нас тоже дело. Так, вон там Барри. Вон там у нас еще что-то, наверное, есть. Термос кофе мы получили. Ну, это шикарно. Но у нас нет ракетницы. Вот ракетница бы тут не помешала. Вот в этом плане. Но ружье, оно эффективнее, чем пистолет. И еще одна рукопись.
Hartman watched as Wake's features slackened. The man was bullheaded, no doubt. Even lying on the bed, he'd almost broken Hartman's nose the second time. But with a little time, he could break Wake down, give him proper direction. Wake was easily the most promising subject he had had. Well, since Tom, really. Sleep well, Alan, Hartman whispered with a smile. Let me take care of you. He sniffed hard to clear his throbbing nose, swallowed blood, and barely tasted it.
Так, одну минуточку. Откроем шторки. Солнце ушло, во дворе еще светло. Время почти 6. Ну, без 25 6. Точнее, без 26. Отлично! На дворе светло, наконец-то. Возвращаются хорошие деньки. Так, и нам надо бежать к Барри. Сейчас тоже тут понавалят контингента. И с этим контингентом надо разбираться. Не иначе как.
Let's get out of here. Can you open this gate?
Maybe.
Barry.
Well, I slammed it shut when the nasty showed up, and the key fits kind of loose in the lock, so, I'll find it. Don't worry about it.
И вот, пожалуйста, о чем я и говорил. Быстрей! Уху!
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Наконец-то мы сбежали. Фу!
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest...
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. We just need to find it.
Look out!
I had lost my gun in the crash. Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Так, и опять мы без револьвера, без какого-то другого либо оружия и без фонаря. Зашибись.
Barry! Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay! Jeez, it's good to hear your voice! I was trying to get out of the car, but the ground gave way! Man, what a drop! Don't worry, your cutout is fine.
Forget that! Are you okay?
I hit some bushes, didn't get a scratch. There's no way you can climb down, though. It's like a sheer wall.
Так, наша задача найти Барри. Куда-то он-то запропастился.
Al, there's something moving down here.
Barry, it's a taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al. I'm great. Guess you never messed with anyone from New York City before, huh?
А вот и ферма Андерсонов. Большущая. Ох, большущая.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
Итак, мы нашли Барри. Барри спасся. Это хорошо. Ну а мы идем другой дорогой. Нам во что бы то ни стало нужно добраться до фермы. Так, стоп, рукописей никаких. Небольшая трясучка. Итак, куда бы нам идти? Так, ну, наверное, туда. Наверное. Ёх! И очередная рукопись.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Ой. Ой. Так. Ну давайте будем аккуратненько добираться до фермы. У нас тут... Ох! Всякая всячина на нас прет. И вагоны. Ой. И вагоны на нас летят. Ой. А, блин, ага. Да. Так вот бывает. Вот что бывает, когда нету фонаря. А нам бы добежать бы. И добежать бы во что бы то ни стало. Вот так вот.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
А, вот так надо просто зажать. Так, а включать их где-то здесь, да?
I hoped there'd still be a working generator somewhere around here to power up the old lights by the gate.
Так, очередная страница рукописи. Так.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion, but he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
Так, здесь ничего нету. Здесь тем более. По-моему. Ну да, тут ничего нету. Так, ладно, сейчас запустим генератор. Так. Что ж, нам повезло. Так. Ну, здесь тоже ничего нету.
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
Так, наконец-то фонарик. Ну, что такое фонарик-то без батареек? Так, очередная надпись. Тут ничего. Ой-ой! Бежать! Эй-эй-эй! Ай-яй! Юху! Нет, нихера. Бежать! Бежать! Бежать, Ясимумба! Факулянама! А! Бежать! Бежать к фонарю! Бежать! Алан, беги! О, добежал. О! А батареек-то нету. И рукописи нету. Фаеров нету. И генератор я не включил. Это плохо сказалось на мне. И тем не менее, надо бежать до фермы. По любасу.
Was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
Так, какая-то машина ехала, да? А может, это и был Барри? Кто его знает? Так, берем мощный фонарик. Берем термос. Так, никаких фаеров, ничего нету. Зашибись. Тут отдыхали туристы.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
А может, это был и не Барри.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes. I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky.
Так, ну-ка, еще одна страница.
Followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Так, отлично, фаеры появились. Так, и тут капканы. Вот тут надо быть крайне осторожным. Ой! Отлично, дробаш появился. Так, рукопись. Чуть не потерял.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before.
Так, отлично. Патроны для дробаша мы имеем. Ну, на больше пока не надеемся. Так, чуть-чуть постоим здесь. Так, ну что, фаеров у нас нету. Не спасут. Ой! Ай! Ай! Ой, сколько их тут! Ой-ой-ой! Ой! Ой! Ну, все-таки я добрался, спасся. Фу. Да, игра-то, конечно, страшненькая.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Да. Давно я не играл в эту игру. Но страхи остались. Так, давайте в дом.
Hello? Anybody here? Barry?
No! Danny, you're not! Please! What are you? No! Don't! I'm sorry!
Так, термос.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. My buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. Like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie. The best friend's suddenly the bad guy. Who wrote this crap anyway?
Так. Ну что, давайте исследуем дом. Так, стоп, куда нам идти-то? А, это шкаф. Так. Дверь вот она.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who'll help me. I'll make it happen.
Так, тут впереди ничего нету. Здесь тем более. Где я еще тут не походил?
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Так, и все. На этом исследование дома закончилось. Я так полагаю, да?
I could climb out through the broken window. The front door was locked.
Тут все двери закрыты.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Так. Судя по всему, здесь тайничок. У нас появилась ракетница, это уже хорошо. Но ракетницу лучше приберечь, конечно, для особых случаев.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting him. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
Да, Барри был Барри. А, вот и рукопись, которую я бы мог просрать.
For a moment, Hartman considered strangling the idiot. Mott was mean-spirited, but easily manipulated. An emotional infant who lived for his approval. Wake, by contrast, was a far more difficult subject. Mott had given him too much leash. In 2 days, who knew what could happen? Hartman would have to find a way to rein him in, and quickly.
Ну что ж, садимся в машину и поехали. До фермы нам вот, в принципе, недалеко. Взяли термос и поехали. Так, одну минутку, у меня нос потек. Это нехорошо. Так, вон там вышка какая-то есть. А вообще есть вариант до нее доехать? Кажется, нет. А может и есть. Так, тут какой-то домик. Нет. Я лучше поеду. Потому что мне сейчас страшно просто выходить с этой машины. Так, на вышку можно только подняться. Я так понимаю, окей. А, это бревно. Что у нас интересного есть тут на этой вышке? Радиоприемник на этой вышке есть. Так, сколько? 4 заряда в дробовике, а в охотничьем ружье 14. Отлично.
Well, as I'm sure everyone's noticed, that storm we all felt coming is finally here. The boys at the Weather Service reckon it'll last until morning at the very least. Pertaining to that, let me read that missing persons alert again. The Sheriff's Department's still looking for a Caucasian woman, 30 years old, slim and blonde with blue eyes. She may be lost in the woods, and it's possible she's been injured in a car accident. If you see her, please make sure you get her indoors and call the sheriff. It's bad weather to be caught out in, so if you see someone in the area who maybe looks a little confused, give him a hand, all right? This is Pat Maine on KBF FM, hoping you're all safe and warm tonight.
Окей. Так, ну в тот домик я из принципа не зашел, хотя можно было бы зайти. Вот, а моя цель это ферма. Так, и мы едем на ферму. Ну, получай по сусалам. Так. Если я не ошибаюсь, тут можно и проехаться. Или нет? Нет, тут теперь только идти. Ух! Ха-ха-ха-ха-ха! Алан, как всегда, на высоте. О. Ну вот она, ферма. Можно и сюда, наверное, зайти. Или можно было на машине сюда доехать? Нет. А, не войти. А, это вот эти вот ракеты с сюрпризами.
I'd known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw the stage.
Run! Incoming! There's too many of them!
И заиграла музыка, старый добрый рок.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot.
Да. Ясимумба. Получайте по сусалам.
Hey, Al, did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked. Al, hold on. I'll try to get the stage lights on.
Ю-ху-ху.
Yes! Here we go! Bum, bum, bum! Barry Wheeler to the rescue! No! Damn it! Goddamn turn of the century wiring! Hang on now! I'll get them working again! Yes! Al! Stay in the light!
Все, справились.
No, no, no! Why do you keep doing this to me? Do it for Barry, please, please, please! Al, please don't let me die here. Although if I buy it, this is pretty much how I always wanted to go out. Rock and roll! Woo! Al, this is the most awesome moment of our entire lives!
You're trying to kill us. That's the high point of my life? Really?
Children of the Elder God! Enjoy it! God damn it! Back in the game! Yes! Oh! Can I do this?
Есть! Да! Да! Мы это прошли. Ух!
That was awesome!
Braight Fоллз, rock and roll capital of America.
Это было очень круто.
Hey, Al! This way to the farm!
Подожди, может, я тут еще не все взял. Но мы свое дело сделали. Мы им зад надрали. Хлопцы отгребли по сусекам. С Барри весело. Спасибо тебе, Ал. Ой, точнее, Барри, ты мне помог.
Bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time.
Так, а...
We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me.
Так, похоже, я профукал страницу рукописи, но это ладно. Окей. Так, Барри из принципа решил здесь остаться, да?
Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
Ooh, I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'll sulk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
Так.
I think I see what you did there.
Включаем.
It was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Wow! You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
Sleep. We all spend a third of our
Night
dreams in
Spring.
its soft
Man,
embrace, somewhere
brings back
between
memories.
fantasy
Hey,
and
remember when I got you that gig? Your
dreams
first
have a
real
way of
writing
forcing
job. What got you
themselves into
started?
waking life,
Ooh, is this one of your
or
episodes?
vice versa. In Night Spring. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready. Oh, wow. Who's that? You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream. And the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys. And they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat... Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wait.
Так, серия кончилась. Так, наш тормосок. Так, сюда нам надо, точно. Слегка подзабыл. Так, очередная рукопись.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back.
Ферма братьев Рокеров.
The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Через сарай мы успеем пробраться. Главное вот здесь еще походить, посмотреть. Так, читаем. Так, древние боги Асгарда. Тур Рагнарок. 1975 год. Трепещите перед гневом и яростью небес. Ага. Это их тур, список, где они должны быть, куда должны были ездить. Ага. 75-й год. Окей. Прибежал из ниоткуда. Отлично! Гондон прокрался незаметно, простите за выражение. Так, и как, позвольте поинтересоваться, отсюда убраться? Нет, по-моему, не сюда. И не сюда. Я слегка подзабыл. Ну, не через верх. Где ждут ступеньки-то? А, вот они ступеньки, ё-моё. Так, не забыть про патроны для револьвера. Отбегался, дружочек. Но у меня остался один фаер. То есть, получается, зря потратил. Ох, зря я его потратил. Тут была собачка, и собачки больше нет. Да вы издеваетесь. Просто из ниоткуда появляется, да? И ты не готов к этому. Так. Тормозка здесь нету. Здесь тоже ничего нету. Зато выскакивать из ниоткуда они мастера.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
По-моему, про это место я не знал вообще. Сейчас мы тут все осмотрим, пойдем дальше.
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Так, мы взяли тормозок.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Thornton. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, you know, other irons to fry.
How would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too.
Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, you know, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but...
Definitely, Pat.
Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better, you know? Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat.
Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
Короче, в гостях у этого Пэта одни местные. Ну, понятное дело. Это же Брайт Фоллз.
The elevator was dead. I'd have to get some power to it first. I could see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Так, ну сейчас тоже будет подвох. Так, у меня есть фаер. И у меня только револьвер. Ой-ё! А! Ох, ё-моё, сколько их здесь. Вот жаль, что нет ракетницы. Вот ракетница тут нужна была. Го-го-го! Ой, бляха-муха, и меня убила. А-ха-ха. Да, не спасает меня все эти укрытия. Ох, блин. Тоже сложная миссия. Я долго ее проходил, долго. Да, все, отлично. Фу. Это я удачно сюда заглянул. Фу. Так, а что здесь? А, просто тупо залез, да? А, нет.
I had to find a key to get Barry out.
Yeah, it's me. Hang on. I'll try to find a key to get the door open.
Ну, это где-то здесь.
Hey, what's the holdup? Come on, this place is all dusty. You know I got my allergies.
Ша, не ссы. Все будет... Все будет окей. Че ты зассал? Че ты засал, Барри? Все окей.
Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Вальгала, да?
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this.
Дом Андерсонов.
Lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Так, очередной термосок с кофе.
power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box. The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Да, тут устраивали концерты, площадку, у них такая маленькая мини-площадочка. Давайте обойдем здесь все, осмотрим. Еще один тормозок. Великолепно. Так, а предохранители у них где тут находятся-то? Это не здесь. Может, я что-то просмотрел?
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding! Those guys sound awesome.
Так, рукопись.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Так, окей. Музыка заиграла.
Can you hear that, Al? Music?
Of course. We need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be. Okay.
We need to find Cynthia Weaver. We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry, this is... Yeah, what the hell?
Seriously, because I know we don't get along, but we're gonna find her, right? And even though you're a crazy bastard, I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, goddammit.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get the recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Ха-ха. Главный герой напились. Так, это нам предлагают вернуться.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming. It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Braight Fölz, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off. Alice? Alice! Beyond this lost memory, there was nothing. I had to follow the footsteps of my past self to find out what had happened that night. I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night. After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned. Alice! Jagger had Alice, and so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she's inside.
Alice!
Yes.
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her. Yes, I'll write. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back. No, I wrote it. I remembered it all now. In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my Barbara a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious, and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night.
I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Вот и кончился очередной эпизод.
Previously on Alan Wake. Under the influence of the dark presence, I wrote a horror story that is coming true. Jagger had been my editor, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. Some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story.
Together we can create something absolutely wonderful.
The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. My mom gave me this old light switch.
The clicker.
Alice is being kept in a dark prison. I need to find Cynthia Weaver to fix this.
It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Эпизод 5. Щелкунчик.
Well, we're expecting a record crowd from the neighboring counties. Naturally, we hope to break the record set by last year's Moose Fest in our neighboring town, Watery. Ladies and gentlemen, some people have asked me, what's the big deal about Deer Fest? And I think that this sums it up. It's about friendship and community. We've got a great party coming up, but let's try to hold it in until tomorrow and get through the night in one piece, all right?
I have it. Someone will come for it when the time is right. Thomas said so. He wrote it. The key is insurance. It's my job to keep it safe. Safe in the light. Always in the light.
All the manuscript pages were gone. The FBI agent had taken them.
I think my tongue just took a crap in my mouth. Ugh. Oh, wait, we're in jail now? Oh, Al. Al, this is not good.
That about sums it up.
Oh, I am never drinking again.
I need to talk to Weaver. She's the one in the song. The Lady of the Light.
What, the crazy lady? Ugh, whatever you say, Al, but we're stuck here. They're not
You haven't
gonna...
even interviewed Wake.
I had some reading to do first, Sheriff, and let me tell you, it was an interesting read. Well, I've got you now, Raymond Chandler. It's all here. All the evidence, including conspiracy to murder a federal agent. There's no way you're walking out of here. You hear me in there, Bret Easton Ellis? Huh?
Agent Nightingale, I want to talk to your superior.
Well, we all want things, Sheriff. I wanted my... Look, that's not possible right now.
Agent Nightingale, I insist. Wake, what's wrong?
Lady, are you stupid? It's a trick. It's an obvious trick.
Okay, I've had enough of this crap. Wake, I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightingale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this...
Oh my God!
Light. We need light. It's the only way to fight this thing.
In my office. I've got your things there. Follow me.
Oh man, we're sitting ducks with the lights out.
Так, рукопись.
Cool. I can get the...
Nightingale tried to make sense of the manuscript. It was disjointed and strange. He didn't understand half of it, but it all rang true. Impossibly true. He took out his hip flask when he reached the page that described how he reached the page that made him take out his hip flask. It wasn't the booze that made his mind reel.
Emergency power on.
И еще одна.
Nightingale felt the situation veering out of his control, but the gun at least felt steady in his hands. He was ready to fire, resolved that he would let this happen over his dead body. And yet he hesitated. He had seen this moment before, read it in the page. He was transfixed by the déjà vu and the horror that he was a character in a story someone had written. Then the monstrous presence burst in behind him and dragged him into the night.
Так, у нас есть fire. Еще один. Так, тут ничего. Отсюда мы пришли. Тормозок. Правильно, шериф, посветите мне здесь. Мне тут надо все осмотреть. Ну, тут ничего нету. Тут закрыто. Тут тоже закрыто.
Here are your things. Wake, what do I need to know? What do you need from me?
They can be hurt in the light, only in the light. And I need to find Cynthia Weaver. She can help me stop this.
Light. Check. Cynthia. She lives in the old decommissioned power plant. I can get you there pretty quickly in the rescue chopper. Come on, let's get back to your friend. Wheeler, I need you to stay here.
What? No.
We're going to fetch our ride, but I have friends who need to be warned about this, and I can't be in two places at once. I need your help.
Well, okay.
Here's a list of people and phone numbers. I need you to call them and tell them you have a message from me. Night Springs, okay? They'll know what to do.
Night Springs? Like the TV show? Gotcha. Oh, hey, that radio guy is on the list. Maine. Who's Frank Breaker? He related to you?
My dad.
Hey, is this like a secret society?
Can you do this? You'll be safe here. The backup power's on. These guys need to be alerted, just in case we don't come back.
You'll come back for me though, right?
As soon as we get the chopper ready. Thanks, Wheeler. I owe you one. Okay, let's go, Wake. Through the back.
My hangover wants a pizza. You think there's any way I could order one, Al? Hello, Mr. Breaker? This is Barry Wheeler. Yeah, I know it's late, but listen, the sheriff, Sarah, asked me to tell you something. She said,
Oh, hell. Whatever took Nightingale must have broken the gate controls. We can't reach the gate's control box from here. We need to get to the other side over the rooftop.
I'll go. I'll open the gate for you once I'm across. You stay here in the light and cover me, Sheriff, okay?
Are you sure? Okay then, but hurry.
I needed to reach the rooftop to get to the other side of the broken gate.
Отлично, еще дополнительные фаеры. Так, нам надо залезть сюда. Окей.
Hey, Sheriff! Your password. Night Springs? What's that all about?
It's a stupid joke we have. That Braight Falls is the original inspiration for the TV show. This town can get weird at times. Never this weird, though. We need to bypass the damn damaged control box.
What am I, an electrician? Hold on!
Oh, damn! That's smart.
Good job, Wade. Okay, stick close. Our first stop is the town hall. The keys to the chopper are there.
В дуэте у нас все получается. В дуэте работается легко. Так, это та самая кафешка.
I'm gonna want explanations, you know. For example, what the hell happened to Rose? She's seriously messed up now.
The same thing I think happened to me after I arrived.
During this week you can't remember?
Oh, I remember now.
Так, идем сюда. И часть рукописи.
Barry was in his element, making calls, making things happen, even if he didn't entirely know what those things were. He wouldn't let the hot sheriff chick down. Even if every noise he heard from outside, and he heard plenty, made him jump. He'd only paused to text Al a message, told him to hurry up. Suddenly, Barry froze in mid-dial. A window broke somewhere in the building, and then the lights went out.
Так, ну тут все, пожалуй. Так, ну нам велено следовать за Сарой, так что вперед. Тут тоже ничего нету.
And I thought New Yorkers were rude.
You have the right to.
Отлично.
Wait, over here! There's light! I have a key. Watch my back, Wake.
It's an ambush.
Базар решен.
Let's go, Wake.
Так, у нас есть фаер еще один, отлично. Здесь, по-моему, ничего не предвидится. А вот тут, пожалуй, кое-что есть.
Okay, someone's messed with the fuse box here, but you should be able to jury-rig it while I find the keys.
I already got electrocuted once today. How about I look for the keys and you get burned for a change?
Fine. They should be in the clerk's office on the other side of the building, near the main entrance.
Gotcha.
Такс. Так, очередная страница рукописи.
The story in the manuscript had been making it stronger all the time, but now the light had set the writer free and hurt it, weakened it. It was only a matter of days before the dark presence would be strong again, but meanwhile, it would be difficult to recapture the writer. The message was from Barry. He was getting worried at the station. He wanted us to hurry.
Отлично. Более мощный фонарик.
Okay, Sheriff, I got the keys.
О, светошумовуха у нас есть. Отлично.
Barry?
Why isn't he inside?
Oh God! Oh God!
Barry! Look out! Barry, move!
Ah!
Barry!
He made it inside, Wake. He's okay. The storefront's blocked. Come on, Wake, let's go around. We can meet him in the back.
Да, нам надо идти вперед. Итак, достоверно неизвестно, когда именно Брайт Фоллз был основан как безымянная фактория, но настоящим городом он стал в 1878 году, когда начала работу горнодобывающая компания Брайт Фоллз. Именно тогда зверолов Хьюберт Билтмор и пионер Амос Гундерсон из Такома решили построить почту, салун и гостиницу, и все в одном здании. Благодаря усилиям этих двоих Брайт Фоллз стал постоянным и процветающим поселением, каким он представлен сегодня. Вот такая вот история. Так, дробаш, 4 патрона всего-навсего. Толку никакого. Вот в начале игры у нас патронов было дофига и больше. Но и тем не менее в дуэте мы справляемся.
Oh, hi, Doc. I've got it. Don't worry about it.
Sarah, about time somebody showed up.
All the shooting in the air is idiotic. One of these days they'll kill somebody. And over Deerfest.
I know. Go back to bed. He's got a point, Wake. Look, this town can't take this.
It's me they want. The sooner I get out of here, the sooner you can all get back to life as usual.
I hope you're right. Come on, let me get this door open.
Wait, you got the keys to the bookstore?
Perks of being the sheriff. A girl needs to get around.
Так, ну мы еще...
They're really taking advantage of your presence here, Wake.
Так, стоп.
A lot of your Alex Casey books.
Right now, I'm not a big fan of my own writing.
Так, книги об Алексе Кейси за авторством Алана Уэйка, современного мастера детективного жанра. Алекс Кейси. Так, чем я могу забыть? Так. Ага, это перечень книг. Все, понял. $20 за книгу, $100 за целый набор. Мистер Экс сейчас в городе. Возможно, он даже вам их подпишет. Ха-ха. Да, подписал. Так, рукопись.
Cynthia Weaver worked hard, following her obsessive rituals, sometimes fighting them, always giving in to them in the end. She haunted the halls of Braight Fall's abandoned power plant. She marked her caches with light-sensitive paint that could only be seen by eyes that had been touched by darkness and saved by light like she'd been. She was preparing defenses and supply lines for the war she knew would come. The war between the forces of light and darkness.
Так, что наверху-то интересно? Никогда вот ранее сюда не заходил. Нам тут ничего не оставили. Это даже забавно.
I don't see Barry.
А вот и Барри. Так, тайничок. Возможно, здесь. Да. А вот я о нем не знал. О, отлично, у нас даже ракетница появилась. Славься ты, господи. Ну, теперь есть чем защищаться. Ракетница нам всегда пригодится. Так, светошумовая, отлично. Так, охотничье ружье. А у нас дробаш, да? Если так. А вот тут патронов будет побольше. И страница рукописи. Оп. Что дает возможность исследовать округу.
Barry got back to his feet inside the Braight Fall's general store and dusted himself off. Right next to the cans of baked beans was a locked case filled with flare guns, and yet here was a conveniently placed barrel of crowbars. Barry's smile widened as he realized that this was the classic movie scene where the hero had to gear up and arm himself to the teeth. Barry threw himself into the role.
Так, церковные мероприятия, расписание на осень, воскресная школа по воскресеньям, изучение Библии по понедельникам, собрание клуба любителей вязания Брайт Фоллз по средам вечером, вечер свечей в Брайт Фоллз 14 сентября, утреннее на День оленя 15 сентября, приглашенный пресвитерианский хор из Уотри 28 сентября, ежегодная благотворительная распродажа выпечки 3 октября. Да, расписано прям-таки это. Так, тут ничего нету.
I'm gonna give Pastor Howard a piece of my mind about this lock. I told him to get it fixed.
Так, ну давайте мы сейчас повоюем. Ха-ха. Получайте по сусалам. Давай, Сара, открывай.
Okay, it's open. Let's go, Wake.
Так, где сфокусироваться?
We keep them lit all night long on the night before Deerfest.
Why?
Well, it's tradition.
Так, тут ничего не лежит. А могло бы лежать. А вот рукопись.
For it to be free, the dark presence needed the writer to finish the story. Again and again, the story let it get frustratingly close to the writer without letting it capture him. It was bound by the events depicted in the manuscript, but it could pursue the writer indirectly, put others on the task, and stop those who would help him. It took over everything in its path, made them its puppets, and sent them after Alan Wake.
Так, окей.
We're almost there. We'll have to go through the basement to get to the parking lot.
Yeah, there's no way going through the crypt will turn out to be a bad idea.
Отлично. Патрончики появились, прибавились. И можно спокойно идти снова в бой. Против таких вот тварей действуют только гранаты. Потому что они крупные. Так, тормозок. Все хорошо. Все отлично. Так, ну вот, выход найден. Шериф, не теряйтесь. Барри, рад тебя видеть. Ходячая гирлянда.
What are the Christmas lights for?
Protection, man. Like garlic against vampires.
Vampires.
The helicopter's just across the parking lot and up the hill. Come on.
Трое — это уже компания.
The Braight Falls General Store is now my favorite place in the entire world. See this headlamp? It's like a superpower. I can just look at one of those things and they die. It's my flaming eye of Mordor. I wish I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Hey, I want a headlamp.
Так, еще одна рукопись.
Alice had screamed until she had no voice left to scream. Around her, the darkness was alive. It was cold and wet and malevolent and without end. She was a prisoner, trapped in the dark place. The terror would have burned her mind out, but one thing made her hang on. She could sense Alan in the dark. She could hear him. She could see the words he was writing as flickering shadows. He sensed her too. He was trying to work his way to her.
Bastard.
Так, вы тут что, в прятки решили поиграть? Ха-ха!
When someone throws a damn school bus at your head and you're about to take a helicopter ride with someone who may or may not have a pilot's license, you're cleared for departure to Night Springs. No offense, Sheriff.
Ой-ой-ой! Вот так, получай по сусалам. Но, к сожалению, кончилась ракетница. На этих пидоров не напасешься. Так, а тут-то ничего, да? Тут-то тем более.
I'll need a while to prep for takeoff.
Don't take too long. I want to get out of here.
Так, светошумовая граната, ракетница. Так. Ага, не зайти. Так. Так, батарейки полные. Так, давайте-ка перейдем на гранаты. Так. давайте быстрее! Есть!
Just get me to Weaver, Sheriff.
You're taking a big chance on a local crazy lady, Al. I hope you're right about her, or we can kiss this town goodbye.
Like this.
Right. The city's a war zone. King Kong, mutant alligators, and Alex Casey shoots the place up every weekend. Look, I never even carried a gun until a couple of days ago.
Well, my dad used to be a cop there. Tells some pretty wild stories.
Stuff like this?
No, just normal bad stuff. Kind of like your books, Wake. I used to tease Dad that he was just like Alex Casey.
You've read me.
Oh, sure. You're a pretty good writer. A little heavy on the metaphors, maybe.
Nobody's ever said that before.
We're coming up on the power plant. See the lit building over there? And that's the dam further up the river. I can't land here. I'll take her down the road across the river.
Just get me there, Sheriff.
Hold on! Ow!
Son of a bitch!
Так, ну мы почти у электростанции. Так, боеприпасы у нас есть. И опять мы с одним револьвером. И с допотопным фонариком.
I had to do something about the chain for the door to open.
Ох! Эх! Ух! Ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха-ха! Все, ребятки, я под защитой. Капец, как много. Обалдеть, не встать. Так, 20 патронов. Так, фаеры. Батарейки. Немного из того, что мне позволено. Так, ну фаер это хорошо уже. Пампушка тоже. Так, еще чуть-чуть поиграем. Ми хорош на этом.
And here's a new song from a band that they always remind me of our local rock legends, the old gods. I couldn't tell you why. I guess it's just, yeah, one of those things. Anyway, here's Poets of the Fall and their latest single, War. This is good.
Йо-хо-хо-хо-хо, я Симумба! Без кофе я отсюда не уйду. Все, пожалуй, тут нечего уже больше ловить. Так, мы спаслись. Сохранились. Руки потеют.
The power plant glowed in the night. It was close, but I had to find a way across.
Так. Где-то есть, походу, тайничок. Вот, и даже стрелочки вижу. Так, ракетница есть, даже одна светошумовая есть. Тоже хорошо. Так, и вон даже рукопись есть. Но находится она в очень таком идеальном местечке. Вот это, конечно, нам на руку вот это вот все. Но с другой стороны не очень как-то. А вот так залезь, запрыгни. А не запрыгнешь. И вот она электростанция. Вот она. А до нее еще добраться нужно. Вот. О. Активирована защита и контрольная точка. Но, правда, ненадолго. Ой! Получай по сусалам. И мы использовали один фаер. Ну а что мы хотели? Когда на тебя столько вот тварей из ниоткуда нападают. Электричество наш лучший друг. Вот электропровода, вот они. Это наш хороший друг. Шандарахнет разок током и все. И гудбай, Федя Васечкин. Очередная страница рукописи.
Making her way through the water pipe alone, Cynthia was angry at the writer. Foolish young man, taking unnecessary risks. And the way he broke the rules. Didn't he understand what was at stake? Since the terrible days in the 70s, she hadn't wavered once, as hard as it had been. She was tired of protecting the town all these long years, and now only wanted to rest.
Вот мне кажется, они вот так вот за мной идти будут. Я ошибаюсь. Нет, граната одна, ну его в задницу. Я ее хочу сохранить. Вот так вот. Одним фаером отпугнул. И все. И сосамба. Так, и 12 патронов я на него потратил. А нет, какие 12? Да я, по-моему, уже палочку перегнул, мне кажется, да? Кресло с очередной рукописью. А мне еще сколько идти?
The story I had written in the cabin had come true. Touched by the dark presence, I had written a horror story. But the end was still missing. The story was incomplete, and the last unfinished page of the manuscript still sat in the typewriter in the cabin study. If I could get back there, if I could read the page, then I could write my own ending to this story and save Alice.
Алан во всем винит себя. Эй, все? Не запрыгну? Да, за лупину. Полетал, называется. А нет, стоп, это я что-то, по-моему, перемудрил. А может и не перемудрил. Надо было за территорию, наверное, отправиться. Да, такие есть. Это я уже переборщил. Наша защита. Так, я уже знаю, что нам надо. Так, мемориальный мост имени лейтенанта Уильяма Рэндалла. Этот мост получил статус памятника в честь лейтенанта Уильяма Рэндалла 1919-1981 годов, попавшего в плен во время Второй мировой войны и позже награжденного крестом за выдающиеся заслуги. Он погиб, спасая 2 детей из горящего автомобиля, попавшего в аварию недалеко отсюда.
I couldn't get across until I found a way to turn the bridge.
Ну, мы сейчас все сделаем как надо, не переживай. Не сцы, Алан.
The rotating bridge was open. I had to find a way to close it.
А это не сцы, Алан. Сейчас все будет чики-пуки. Ой! Ух! Ох ты вылетел, гад, а! Напугал до усеру. Фу. Вот так вылететь из ниоткуда, конечно. Ой! Да, птички дали просраться. Так, мне надо на ту сторону, стало быть. Вот станция. И вот мне получается сюда.
Tonight's episode, an absence of creativity.
Hello, Martha. What did you want to show me? Lydia, thank God you're here. Please, it's in the basement.
Basement.
you just go back upstairs for a cup of coffee while I try to figure out what I'm up to?
If you think that's best.
Maybe I should just stop here. Or is that too moronic?
Is that too moronic? Indeed. Who can tell? It's a fine line between the stupid and the sublime. Springs.
Так, ну что, мост мы пересекли. Жаль, в тягач не сядешь. Я бы сел бы. Шикарно, помощь прибыла. Просто отлично. А, у меня еще ракетница есть, отлично. Вертолетик. Чё не двигаешься? Так, где-то тайничок подразумевается есть. Ага, намек понял. Все, ракетница есть. Спасибо тайничку. Прям вовремя. Так, даже гранатка светошумовая есть. Ну что ж, отлично.
I recognized the logo on the power plant sign. I'd seen a version of it painted all over the area, signifying hidden caches of supplies.
Фу. С чудом мы добрались туда, куда нам надо.
Miss Weaver, Cynthia, I'm a friend.
Prove it!
You knew Zane, Thomas Zane. You're the Lady of the Light in the song. You can help me.
About time. Young man, I've been waiting a very long time for you. It's in the well-lit room.
Excuse me?
What you need to drive the darkness back. The well-lit room is at the dam. I built the room to keep it safe.
Will it help me find Alice? Will it get me back to the cabin? Fine, let's go. I can get my friends to come back with the helicopter.
Oh, we won't go outside. Never at night. That's rule number 1. You've been breaking the rules, young man, and where has that gotten us, No, I have a secret route, a lit route, an old water pipe. Something was damaged at the transformer yard. It's draining all the reserve power. Without it, the pipe will go dark. The power to the yard must be cut.
Let me guess. You want me to do it?
Young man, you're the one who likes to break the rules. I can't be outside in the dark. The kill switch is outside. I have been preparing for these times. The dark tides. You have found my caches, haven't you? You can see the signs. Very few people can.
Сейчас, подождите, я только подсобираю здесь все, что мне нужно.
Yes, please. Take what you need. This is all for you, for the likes of us. We do Tom's work, don't we? Hurry! The switch is on the wall facing the shore.
Да подожди ты, сейчас тебе помогу, бабка.
I cannot take you to the well-lit room if the lights in the pipe go out. You must go outside to use the emergency switch.
Так. Ну что ж, поможем даме. А, надо... Все, я понял. Так, ну что, дорогие друзья, на этом заканчиваем сегодняшний стрим. Время уже 8:30. Спасибо, что смотрели. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте лайки. Всем до новых встреч.